So like gameplay changed. We were adding like you're gonna be more immersed because we're adding the curators more, I would say. And we had the artifacts are now floating in space, so there's zero gravity, which adds to the space feel, and they loop off screen too. That's pretty cool. I was getting like hesitant on it when it got pointed out to me. You only have 1 month to implement everything to Z-Space, and no one has used it before. So I was like, emailed David. I was like, David, I have some concerns. And that day, it went very fast. He was like, oh yeah, we dropped it. We canceled our order, like their $3,000 order. And we're not using it anymore. And what do you prefer now? And I had to do like a whole team like discussion, what we're gonna use. And it came down to, we're gonna use PC.
Yeah, so you guys have just about a month left. What else do you guys need to do on the project? Like, what is still on the to-do list?
From last meeting with David, we have to change our 3D model because it looked too much like something that wasn't good. So, so we're changing that into a rocket. So we're doing that, and we have to add rotation to our artifacts because it adds to the gameplay. And other than that, like art is wrapping up. It's like we're almost the polishing state almost. I think after next Friday we will be.
I think it's mostly been going pretty smoothly as of late. The whole team right now I think is kind of like sort of gathering their energy to make one more final push before Fuse, and so we've all kind of I think lagged behind, a lot of us a little bit, but I think right now we're starting to kind of make up for that, and the art team is getting a new wave of tasks, and I think now that we're getting this new wave of tasks, we're going to be more on it, so that's good.
I heard that you guys had a little bit of trouble with one of your 3D models. What happened there?
So apparently, the alien blender design that I initially concepted as a sketch and then was 3D modeled was presented to our faculty, and they complained that it looks too much like a bong. So, and this was an unintended consequence of my design apparently, but we've decided now to avoid these implications. We're going to change it into just a full-on rocket instead of a rocket-like blender so that we can avoid it looking like some kind of bong, essentially.
Hi, I'm Ainsley, and I am the UX lead for Astrofactz. It's really interesting to kind of get feedback and kind of talk to people about, what UI they think works and what doesn't, because I design for what I think a player needs, but then when we actually talk to players and we have people test it out, my whole ideas can change, and that is really influential. But for the most part, they are really enjoying it. We recently had a style update to some of the UI, which was really cool. And it really helped to add to our theme. And I've been sitting down with some people and talking about, the importance of the UI, and people are still coming to me and being like, we need to make this part of the UI. I'm like, yeah, exactly right. We need to keep adding to the UI and making it something that people can interact with and make sure that's friendly. And it's still in the works, but I'm definitely really proud of where it is now. But I'm very excited to see what it will look like in the future.
So we had around 30 players come in and test our game, and that is incredible. It's really important to get data from these players because we want to know what we can do to improve and kind of what we're already doing that's good. And the fact that we had so many people show up was very important. And then on my end, what I did is I took all the feedback we got from these players and I created a giant document, and I was like, this is some common feedback we got, and this is what I think needs to be changed. It was just a really great opportunity just to talk to all these people and to really engage with them about what they think of Astrofactz and where we can go with Astrofactz.